Hey there, how are you? I hope you're great. So this is the 2 transfers that you can get with the Creative Kickstart bundle, which I've got this tote bag that comes in the bundle here. And so this is the transfer that comes with it, okay? And this is the one that you get for free if you're a club member this month, whenever you spend $75. So go to my website, you spend $75 over there. You will automatically have the Creative Kickstart bundle added to your order. Hi Shirley, how are you, love? And if you're a club member, you will automatically get this one as well, okay? So let me see if I can find my video. So I wanted to show you, I don't want to just do one project, obviously, I never do. So I'm gonna show you 2 ways to use this. And so that, I mean, you could do both sides of the tote if you wanted to. Hi, Denise. Hey, Lisa. Welcome. But we're going to do this and a really cute shirt. And I'm going out of town next week, and hopefully I can wear the shirt while I'm out of town. So, multi-function, right? And I'm going to the pool on Monday, so I do need a beach bag. And this is perfect, y'all. This bag is humongous. It's got pockets. Let me see where. There's a pocket here, and it's a huge bag, okay? I did put my ink mat in there so that my ink doesn't bleed through. And we're gonna use this one. It says, if you're gonna rise, you might as well shine. And I'm gonna put this right on my bag. I'm not gonna fuzz it or anything, okay? I want it to be as sticky as it can possibly be. And I'm gonna push it down. Now, this bundle also comes with 2 ink packets, and we're gonna go ahead and use the ink packets. You get a black one and you get a shimmer gold one. And let me see. I would like to just cut the corner. There it goes. Okay, cool. So, y'all, I went and got my hair cut today. You like it? I hope you do. It feels so much better. Hi, Alma. Welcome. How are you, love? It feels lighter. My hair does. It was so long and, like, nasty feeling. Hi, Karen. What's up? I hope y'all had a great Saturday. I did. So since I'm back in Houston, my hometown, I get to go. Thank you, Lisa. I can go see my favorite hairdresser ever. And if you're in the Houston area, y'all. Hi, Amy. Hi, Mom. Welcome. Oh, Mom. I would never. Anyways, if you're in the Houston area, y'all, look up 3930. It's like 3930 Spa or something like that. My friend Juan is the best, okay? He's like my longest friend that I've known the longest. And I swear, whenever I lived in Tennessee, I considered flying home literally just to go get my hair cut by him, okay? He's amazing. He's been cutting hair for 20 years. And I've known him since middle school, and he's absolutely the best. So I can always count on him. And I told him that I wanted a lot cut off. I probably cut 4 inches off my hair. And he did it without batting an eye and did an awesome job too. So he actually cut it dry and then washed it and styled it for me so that we could see how long it was in case if I wanted to go shorter. Because you know, whenever it's wet, it's like it'll dry shorter than you actually or intended maybe. So it's a lot easier, I guess, to cut long hair dry, which I had no idea that. Okay, look, he's a professional. Hi, Lori. I don't know if you would call it cool, like, in personality-wise, yes, 100%. I'm always cool. I don't care what my kid tells you. But no, temperature-wise, absolutely not. It is hot and steamy here in this town. My car thermometer said it was 100 degrees today, so that's a fun time, I guess. So, by the way, I'm just using this, like, tiny bit of ink, okay? I might make a mess with this if I don't be careful. I just squirted out just a very little onto my little color tray over here. So that just goes to show this one little ink packet is enough for a ton of projects, okay? It's like less than an ounce of ink and it goes a long way. Same with paste packets. Seriously, if you're a club member and you're not saving up those paste packets or squirting them into your paste jars, then you're doing it wrong. That's what I do whenever I open one and I don't use it all. I just squirt it into the color jar that it goes into, and that works awesome. Okay, so I think we're good here. I'm gonna, let's see, where's my cup? Okay, so make sure that you don't have any ink on your hands because it is permanent ink, don't forget. And it will stain if you touch it and then touch something else, okay? So just be careful there. Now, that looks pretty great. I'm going to try and not make the biggest of messes here. Let me get my phone out of the way. Sorry. Hi, Sandra. And then we're going to go ahead and pull this ink mat out and heat set this. And then I'm going to show you the shirt that I want to make. I have like this cute little tank top. I think it'll be perfect. I've been waiting because I hate choosing designs for shirts, y'all, because I'm always afraid something different's going to come along that I'm going to like better. But the straighten your crown one is pretty much perfect. Okay, so there's my bag. Okay. Now to heat set, I have my press all hot and ready. And I'm going to go ahead and put my heat pad in the center here, okay? So that none of the ink bleeds through because I took out my ink mat and I don't have any parchment underneath there. Nice, Mom. Glad you have a fan going. I know it's hot up there. Mom and Dad are at the ranch. And I have been told that my dad is not planning on being home for Father's Day. So I told him to send me whatever he wants for Father's Day and I will order it. So I think I know, pretty sure that he wants some covers for his seats for his new truck. So that's, me and Chris will buy that for him whenever he sends me the link. So he'll send me the ones that he wants and then I'll just order them and that'll be that. So here's that. I'm putting a piece of parchment over and I'm using my heat press and we're gonna do this twice, okay? This is at 350 for about 30 seconds and I'm just holding it on there for the full 30 seconds. I'll move it down one time because this design is longer. So I need to press it twice so that I make sure I cover the whole thing. So that's totally fine for you to do that. You're not gonna scorch your design or anything like that. And it'll work just fine, okay? So I'm gonna let that go for 30 seconds and then I'm gonna just scoot it down and we're gonna go again for another 30 at 350. And then we're gonna have a bag that's ready to go. Now, if you don't have a heat press, that is totally fine. Just let this dry overnight, like 24 hours. And then take your iron, heat it up to medium-high heat and run it over that design with a piece of parchment paper in between for about 4 minutes. Okay, and then once that's done, you'll be good to go. And like with this bag, I can take it out and use it right now. It's completely dry, no ink is wet on it or anything. So this is such a cool way to make gifts and other things. I look like I think I discolored my bag just a little bit. Hopefully that will go away. I might have been a little too hot there. Let's see if there's a, I don't know if this has a, it's not like the thick canvas of the other bags. Let me see if I should have gone lesser temperature. Oh, it's mostly cotton. Interesting. Okay, so I wonder if whenever I washed it, it changes the color a little bit, but it's okay. I kind of scorched it, but we're good. Hi, Joni. All right, so this is the bag, And then I have this shirt here, and I have no idea what this is made out of either. It feels like a polyester or something. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what that, oh, spandex partially. So that's, I don't know if I'm gonna melt it or what, but we're gonna give it a try. It'll be fine. I got this shirt on sale at Hobby Lobby for like $3 a while back, and like I said, I've just been waiting. I do that all the time, y'all. I'm so afraid that I don't know, I'm like indecisive about ink designs on my shirts, and so I just hoard shirts. I buy them when they're cheap, and then I hoard them, and I'm always nervous that I'm gonna use a design on a shirt and then I'm gonna see something else that I would have rather had on that shirt. You know what I mean? When I could just have bought 2 shirts and done both the designs, and it's not gonna kill me to have more shirts. So I don't know what's wrong with me, but now I am trying to straighten this out on the ink mat. I don't want to stretch my fabric though, okay? And look, I don't want to have wrinkles like this. So I'm gonna try. I just created another wrinkle. Golly. Okay. One of these days I'm gonna get it, and it's gonna be like, everyone watch out, okay? Now, let me make sure this is gonna be good. And I have this little, let me see if this is the adult size one. Well, that's a youth one, but that's okay. This is definitely not a youth size shirt. Okay, but that'll do. Just to show me that I'm in the center here. Now again, and you know what, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna lower my heat to like 300, okay? And I don't wanna burn this shirt up, is my fear, okay? Now I love this one. It says straighten your crown and handle it. It's perfect. Because I always say similar things to my daughter, so, and to my niece, that they are royalty, you know? And they deserve to be treated like it. All right, now we're gonna use the gold that came with our pack. And again, whenever I get done with these, I'm gonna just squirt the remaining ink right into my ink jars, okay? Because who wants to waste it? Oh, I love that. Perfect. Oh, that's really nice. All right, so just a little bit of ink goes a long way. I pushed this down really well. I did not fuzz, okay? There's no need to fuzz whenever you're using a transfer on fabric. You want it to be as sticky as it possibly can be. I am using an ink mat. So if you don't have an ink mat yet, that would be a great start to your $75 cart. Now, the Creative Kickstart is added to your cart after you hit $75 before tax and shipping. Okay, completely for free. If you're a club member, you also get this transfer that I'm using right now for free whenever you place your order. Plus, that $75 threshold also gets you access to add the color of the month to your cart, which is that midnight blue. So it's a perfect opportunity for you to grab that and get your Creative Kickstart, okay? And it's free. I think they still charge you tax on it, but okay. I'd love to get it free. So I'm into free things, and I don't mind paying tax on something that I didn't pay full price for. Now, just spread that ink all over. And as you can see, this transfer doesn't pick up, like save a lot of the, or doesn't like, you know how the other transfers have kind of a texture on them? These are so smooth that you can really truly move that ink only to the silk screen, and very little of the ink or paste gets left on the transfer itself, which I really dig that, because it just saves my ink and my paste from being wasted and washed down the drain, literally. So I just love that I can literally use every drop of ink or paste that I put on this transfer. It will push it into the silk screen, and then I can pick it back up with my squeegee and either put it back in the jar or use it on the rest of the transfer. Now again, I'm going to check my hands, make sure that they don't have any ink on them. And this one's pretty darn sticky, so I'm going to pull, and I want to make sure I pull from the center. Okay, I don't want to stretch this transfer, so try not to pull from the corners, because you will stretch that silk screen out if you do that. Okay, so just consider that. Now, pulling this ink mat off of this shirt is going to be kind of a bear, I think, because of how stretchy it is. Now, I'm kind of cringing too, I know. I can feel my mom cringing through the phone watching me do this. But I'm just sticking my hand underneath here, and I'm just running it up the ink mat a little at a time, trying my best to not let it touch itself, okay? Oops. Hi, Zach. Thanks for the stars, my friend. Okay, now I'm gonna pull this out of here and throw it down there so that I can carry on with my life. All right, now, again, I'm gonna stick this in the middle of my shirt, and that will help me to keep from wrinkling the bottom of it or getting wrinkles whenever I go to press this. And I have a nice, yeah, so, send me a message, Jillian, and I think I probably know why. So, if you don't mind, just send me a message reminding me of that. I just got my parchment paper, so that's fun for me. I'm gonna grab another sheet, because why not? Okay, and I'm not drying that all the way. I just want to kind of dry it a teensy bit before there's really no way that that little bit of drying is going to actually dry all the ink on here. So I'm doing 300 degrees for 28 seconds on this polyester shirt. Hopefully it will dry the ink really well, and if not, we can always go over it again. I'm going to do this twice, just like we did a minute ago on the bag, and then to make sure that I cover the whole thing, okay? All right. Y'all, I'm loving my haircut so much. So I committed to my friend that I need to continue this and go back every like 8 weeks or 6 weeks and get it cut again, because I just let it go and it looks ratty whenever it gets super long, and I hate it because the ends get like all crispy looking, and it's so heavy too that it just doesn't, it hangs and it just looks flat. Oh, that is some dry ink, my friends. So it's perfectly done. 300 to 30 seconds works great, apparently. And it's a 12 by 12. I got it on Amazon. It's actually on my Amazon list. If you comment the keyword create, you will get the link to get this bundle, and also you'll see my Amazon list there too. Y'all, how cute is this shirt gonna be? I love it. I'm loving the gold too. So anywho, comment create to get the link to buy all this stuff and to get this kit completely for free. Sorry, I kind of stumbled over my words there. Anyways, y'all, have a wonderful night. I will see you soon. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, okay? Love you all.